Well, hello. This is Edna with Living Reality Dreams. Today, I want to talk with you about bringing a beginner's mind to situations. Uh, I'm in love with the idea because I discovered that it really, really helps you develop a sense of, well, it helps you develop and learn more. So let's try this on. Think about when you felt a brand new experience, such as when you first saw a new baby being, new baby in your family come into the family. Initially, you were wondering, what would it look like? The mom or the dad, or what would the baby look like? You had this sense of wonder, right? Or how about when you first had a crush on someone and you had these butterflies in your stomach and you thought, this is going to lead to something. And you had this sense of expectancy and wonder, right? Or the thrilling time when you first rode your bike for the first time by yourself. No training wheels, no somebody holding you from your back, but you had this sense of freedom. So that's what bringing a sense of beginner's mind does to situations, right? It actually puts the situation, even though you may have lived it over and over again and you think it actually puts it in a different setting. It puts it in a different perspective. And what I mean is, if you've actually experienced this, when you watch the movie and you watch it for a second time, you notice that you miss some parts. You actually are catching something different than you saw before. You may even get a different message this time around, right? So that's what happens to us as well when we're living and transacting with other people. When we're thinking, okay, I'm going to go to that meeting, it's going to be the same thing over and over again, and we have this sense of expectation, and it kind of makes the flavor not so, it doesn't make the it doesn't taste very good, right? Because we've had it before. We think we know it. So when we come with that sense of we know this, it takes away from living the experience as if you're living it for the first time. So I encourage you to, in situations in your life, start experimenting with this. When you think you know something already, or when you think that you've already experienced something, tell yourself, no, this is a new situation in my life. I will experience something different. This is something new. And stay with that energy of there is something new here for me to learn. And you will start perceiving things differently, hearing things differently, seeing things differently. The reason this also happens is because from the very first time that you've done the situation, or you experienced the situation, to today, you're a different person. You are a different person today than you were yesterday. And that's because you have higher awareness. More life has evolved within you to bring you into this moment. And that's what happens when we do this. When we bring ourselves with a new perception, with a new mind, that this is a new opportunity for learning. So I encourage you, the life work for today is I encourage you that next time you are doing something that may seem old, or something that you have already done before, such as perhaps listening to a lecture or reading a book again. I do this now. I used to not do this, actually. And now I read the same book over and over again, because the second time around, it actually lands differently. It lands differently. You take something different away. So even when you're getting up in the morning, this is something that you do repeatedly, right? Get up in the morning with a sense of expectation of this is new. This is something I've never had before, which is really true. It's a brand new baby day. Each day brings in new situations and new opportunities for learning. So, beginner's mind this week, try that on. This is a new experience, is the mindset that you're going to go through. And the outcomes that you will have is you will hear and understand things differently. New information that is pertinent to you will flow. Your mind will start being more expansive. those expectations and assumptions of what will happen will no longer be there, and therefore you're not bringing them into your reality. Right? When you may have had a situation where meeting with somebody is not a, it's not a good, it doesn't feel good over and over again. You don't interact well, and so you have this expectation of, gosh, I'm going to have to meet with her again, or him with her again, or I'm going to have to interact with them again. Well, what if this time around it wasn't the same? Bringing the expectation that it's not going to be a good experience will likely lead to not a good experience, but having the open mind that this is a new situation, a beginner situation, you will be surprised what that does. The other thing is, the experience will be, in a sense, it will be lived through a sense of wonder and curiosity of what's next, right? Just like the butterflies of when you first met that loved one, that sense of curiosity of what's next. What is there to learn? What is there new? What is evolving here? And the solutions to some of your problems will land in your mind. It's amazing the expansive energy that we, when we do this, there's expansive energy that allows new thoughts to land into our area, into our being. So the other great thing that happens is that you won't be known as a know-it-all, because you will have this energy of actually living from a place of, this is a new experience, and I am taking this in, and I am not just sitting back with life happening to me, but I am engaging in life. I am learning every moment of every day in the new opportunities that come my way. So with that, I hope that this serves you, and hope to see you next week. All right. I love you. Bye-bye.